What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. Today, we have part 2 of the potential bull trap. We've been following this one very closely this week, and I'm going to be talking to you about the day trades that we took today, as well as the bigger picture outlook on the markets. All right. So if you're ready, let's step into the war zone. So first and foremost, let me shout out some of you guys. Let me know where you're tuning in from tonight. We have Mike in the building. What's going on? D, what's going on? Luca, what's going on? Jude, Motivate, Say, Trading Wars Army, Southstar, Trading Wars Army, JB in the building. What's going on? Ricks, what's going on, brother? Good to see you guys. Thank you very much for being here. So let's just take a step back right now. Let's go back to the weekly. And remember yesterday, not yesterday, but on the weekend, we talked about these points. So how do we get here? Where are we going next? Muscle levels, news factor, what I did, and what you can do. And basically what we said, guys, here is this Fibonacci leg, we were up in that golden zone, the 50 and the 618. And this week was very, very key. If we go down to a 5-minute chart here, guys, we could see this in detail. I'm going to draw a few points here for us, and I'm going to talk to you about the trades on the day. But we had this previous week's high, which was right around here. And if you look here on Monday, you could see that we broke it. We broke it by a few cents, I think about 30 or 40 cents, and we immediately sold off. And this is where I called out that we could be in a bull trap. And what a bull trap is, guys, essentially what it is we trap greedy bull buyers that want to buy into new highs. That's literally what it is. So we have a combination of bulls that are trapped from buying new all-time highs relatively to the last week, right? And we also have the bears that are shorting here for a good risk to reward. Okay. So that's what started off. And then we can go to today, and I will discuss the trades with you that happened today. All right. So let's hit the replay, and let me go ahead here and walk you through the day. So boom, boom. There we go. All right. So the first thing you want to do is have the previous day's high here and the low down here. So I called out 2 trades today. One was a loser, so I finished my 8th day in a row no loser win streak. I finished that streak, unfortunately, but I knew all good things must come to an end, and I started a new streak. So we had one loser in the morning, and then I called out a beautiful short later in the day, and I'm going to talk to you about how that happened. Okay, so the first thing here, guys, is we opened in the middle of the range. And because we opened in the middle of the range, I did not take an opening range breakout this morning. I was very hesitant in doing that. I didn't want to jump the gun just in case we went sideways for a little bit. And then you could see, let me just see this right here, just to show you guys the commentary in the morning. So good morning, friends. Inside open here. We need to be cautious going to pass on the orb. So I waited and waited and waited, guys. And I waited until we got this holy grail right here. So this holy grail, guys, was my first play on the day. It was a very beautiful setup. We had some nice long wicks on the bottom here. So I went long as soon as we broke above that high. So let me draw another line here so you guys can see it. So right when we broke that high right there, I went long. And we had a nice push up. You could see it here. We did about like a half of a candle's worth of a push, and then we turned around. Okay. So I ended up taking a loser on this one, which is okay, because you'll see later on in the day how I recover from that. And this actually created the Ragnarok pattern, outside, inside, outside. So this is a Ragnarok. It's a very rare pattern. But I did not take this Ragnarok because I was just thinking that we could chop a little more because it was an inside day. So I passed on this one. So what I did instead, guys, is I waited a little until the afternoon, and I ended up taking this. So this is where I did the morning. I went long, big move. So we had a good move in the beginning, and then I got stopped out on the rest. Okay, so you could see that right there. My first loss in 8 trading days, not bad. We will look to start a new win streak tomorrow. So I was planning to just not trade for the rest of the day, but we got the trigger short alert right here, and this is what caught my attention to take a short. And I'm going to show you guys how I did that. So the first thing is the triggers are posted every single night. They're an automated trade here. So the 431.45 was the short. Let me just bring this line down to where we wanted to short. So 431. So 431.45. and we wanted to also have a target at 429.43. Okay. So the good thing about this one is it never came back up to the stop. We had a nice protection. As soon as it started working right away. So this one was a clean trade. I also called this one out on Twitter today. I'm just going to show you guys. I'm not sure how many of you guys still are on Twitter or follow Twitter. Hit me with a one if you guys are on Twitter. Like, do you actively use the platform? How do you know how to go long? I don't know anything. I just take the break of the candle. So we broke above, so I went long. So obviously in hindsight, it looked better if I went short, but I try to follow my rules to the best that I can. So this play I actually, my beautiful ringtone again, guys. I'm gonna have to call my friend back after. He always calls me during streams. Crazy. So here we go. So I called this one out for the whole community today. I was just feeling bored, to be honest. So I was like, hey, let me just do some live commentary. And also the engagement is really low. So I decided to do some live commentary. So this is where we were here. So SPY, so this is where I called out the short. So I'm shorting with the VIP with our trigger. So like I said, yesterday, we barely broke the high of last week before reversing, which is a textbook bear trap. So I accidentally wrote bear trap. I should say bull trap like the chart. And so I went short right here. And then you guys will see we had a beautiful winner right there. We squeezed through, okay, the low. And so my red line right here, this is my entry short. And this red, I'm going to change this one to green. This green line right here is going to be my target. Okay, so as we started coming down here, what I saw was this, what caught my attention. So if I draw Fibonacci from the high to the low, we had this 618, okay? And with that 618, we started to push through right away. And because of that, that's what gave me more confidence in following through with this trigger, because I saw that we had a lot of algo pressure here. And especially with this Nirvana, right? This was the Ragnarok with the ending of a Nirvana. This one started to work. So knowing that we broke last week's high and it's a potential bull trap, that's why I was more confident. So the entry right here on the red line is the short. You can see we popped a little bit here and then we rolled over. So that was the fill. And basically what I'm anticipating right away is that this yellow line will break. So this is the previous day low. So this is Monday's low. So I'm anticipating it's going to break. And if it does break, it's going to flush down to my target. So let's see how that is. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Bam. So very clean. So nice short right there. Really, really nice. And something that I wanted to point out is I think we pushed a little bit lower, right? And where we went lower right there was actually the 272 extension of the previous day's range right there. And this is something that I've been teaching you guys a lot is if you don't know how to use the fibs intraday, like if you don't know how to draw them like I showed you, then just draw the previous day's range and always look to the edges of the range for support and resistance. And you can see here, right on the 272, we had that bull algo step in. And we had that reversal for the bulls and we had that pop up. Okay. And then eventually we came back to retest, but we again defended that level. So we defended that level, guys, almost all the way into the close. So that was really nice. So the reasons why I anticipated short, I just explained it, is because once we started to come down here, we had last week's high, which was yesterday. So we broke it and then we turned around. So that is telling me that there are some bulls that are trapped because they bought the weekly high breakout. So if they're holding still, at some point, they're going to have a stop loss, right? At some point, they're going to give up. So right here, I'm anticipating that they're going to give up when we start breaking down here, because I'm anticipating that the low of Monday is going to break, and that's what happened. So pretty nice. We had also an afternoon leg, which I missed. So we came back here and we tagged the 382 to the downside. I was hoping it would come back up to the 50 or the 618, but it didn't. So I wasn't able to get into another trade. But yeah, there we go, guys. So, just trying to read the algos to the best of my ability, right? And that's how you recover from a loss. Exactly what I just showed you. Like, I lost here, I went long, but I just waited patiently and I tried to read the algo. So I read, okay, fib here, fib here, I started to see a lot of bearish pressure. Boom, boom. And that's what gave me confidence that I could try this trigger to take it down. All right. Beautiful. Yeah, we had leg after leg here. If you look at it, we had this first leg right here. So we had push down, pull up to the 618, trade to the 272. Okay. And then we had another leg, which is from here down here. Again, this one was on the 50. All right. Really nice. I will say it just takes some, like on inside days like this, it takes patience. And I didn't have, because it's usually a choppy day, right? Usually. All right. So hit me with a 5 if you guys got that. Was that good? And you'll just see my commentary here. Let me just show you guys so you know. Live commentary here. So right here, I said trigger is live. I'm going to take a stab here, small size. If we don't break Monday low soon, I will just close the position. Let's see. So that was at 11:43. And then we had the beautiful breakdown here, guys. Going to lock in some. Yes. So nice. I mean, I wish that I won both trades today, but you know, never going to win all of them. And I'm happy with the results. We also took a midday play on Walmart, and I think we barely missed the entry today. Yeah, so you could see it right here. This was our setup here on Walmart. We were looking for a butterfly. So the Trading Wars butterfly, we had that. So we were shorting up here on this butterfly, and you can see this is the entry to short, and we just missed it by a few pennies. So is what it is. We missed the short, and it rolled over without us. And sometimes that's going to happen. Just move on to the next trade. So there we go. Yeah. So there we go, guys. That was it. I took some trigger trades, and I'm actually preparing something a little bit special with the trigger trades. Remember that I told you guys that I wanted you to do the 100 trade challenge. How many of you guys actually did have done or are in the process of doing the 100-day challenge? 100 trade challenge. Sorry, not day, 100 trade. How many of you? Hit me with a 1 if you're in the process or you completed the process, and hit me with a 2 if you haven't started the process. Because what I've been doing, something very special, is I have one of my other accounts that I've taken 83 trades, trigger trades, so far. I've taken 83 trades. So when we get to 100, I'm gonna have a nice special stream, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Honestly, I'm not sure how much I want to talk about it. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. You guys know, what I do, because I feel like, I'll be honest. I feel like some people are just going to take it and like try to sell it to other people or make it into a course or something, because that's exactly what's been happening with me lately. All my content, people are like if you go on Google right now, you can search up some of my old books and you'll find like people are literally trying to sell it, but it's all a scam at the end of the day. Because when you buy anything from me, you get 1 month for free in my rooms. That's the key, because education doesn't mean anything without experience. It doesn't. So unless you're there trading with us, then it doesn't matter. You can have all the education in the world. So we'll see, guys. I think what I'll do is I might just do a seminar to release the 100 trade results. I'm going to tell you that it was exceptional. The win rate is over 60%. And depending on how much you've risked, guys, you could have made about 20% in your account within 2 months. And that's pretty good. And that's like with good risk management. No gambles, nothing crazy. Everything is a 1% risk, very clean trading. So I might just do something special separate, but I'll let you guys know how we go with that. But yeah, otherwise than that, pretty clean day. The one thing to watch out is like what I said with SPY. Go here to the weekly. We're talking about this all weekend, right? Just having that sequence leg, because the last time we came down here, we had this 618. And now if we just do it again for the sequence leg, what I talk about in my books, we have the same thing right here. So very close. Okay. So we're in that zone. We're in that zone where it's like, hey, the bears want to try again because they already made money before. There are people in the Discord that are scamming. Yeah. Why don't you message me? Message me on Discord and I'll take a look at it. Yeah. It's just the way the world is, guys. At some point, I just try to not let things bother me anymore, because I know that the good things that I do in the world and the people that I help, I know that it will come back to me in one shape or form. So it is what it is. Otherwise than that, let me think. What else did I want to talk about? 100 trade challenge. Keep it going. And I want to see your results, because we had a challenge. I did my part. I did my part. So I want to see what your results are on your 100 trades, and then we'll go from there. And we'll just share more and more and more with the community. Keep trying to get better every single day. Um, Otherwise than that, so Trading Wars Army members, anybody with a green in their name, do you guys have any chart requests for me? It's been a while since I did that. Let me know. Uh, do you think because we rejected 618 we get new low? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, because all I'm looking to do is just basically trade the day trade part of it. Right now, holding anything is a gamble. Period. Because we're in uncertain markets. It's always a gamble. Holding anything overnight is a gamble. You can wake up tomorrow and there's a new strain of COVID and the market crashes. That happens. It happens. So right now, what I'm focused on is just trying to extract as much money as I can from a day trading perspective to the best that I can. And just I want to be in cash at the end of the day in my trading accounts. In my long-term accounts, that's a totally different story. That's a totally different strategy, because the horizon on that is like 10, 20, 30 years down the line. When will you start a new 100 trade challenge? We'll see. We'll see. It's a lot of work, because I have to document everything, write everything down, all that stuff, save the charts. So it's a lot of work. So I'll let you know. Let's see what we have here. Chevron. Wow, big boy. Look at that. So off of that, Nirvana, guys, back on, when was this? So this is a Ragnarok. So the same thing we just saw on the 5-minute chart for SPY, we had a beautiful Ragnarok here on the daily chart. So that's the beautiful thing about fractal trades, is it's happening on the lower time frames as well as the higher time frames. So this is an excellent example of when the pattern works well. Definitely looks extremely bullish. I mean, anything can still happen, right? We had a nice outside bar last week. I think that was a little bit of the clue of where this thing wanted to go. And if we just zoom back, yep, we don't have resistance. So this thing can do whatever it wants to do, really. Especially if the market starts to pick back up some steam, this can go however long it wants to. So definitely, if you got a good entry, congrats. Verizon for tomorrow. I have mixed feelings about Verizon, because Verizon, I feel like if you look at the price action here, it's a really choppy name, right? You could see this. It loves to go sideways. So I might blacklist Verizon from my trading list, because I've had experiences where it just doesn't do anything. Like it literally just goes sideways. So we'll see. Definitely the Nirvana pattern you could see in the past has been very powerful, right? Nirvana has been very powerful, but I'm not so confident in Verizon, because it usually, like, I've been trading it and it's just usually been going sideways. So I'm probably personally going to pass on that. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. All right. There we go. So got in some good requests. Yeah, I mean, I might blacklist Verizon from my trading list. It's just really weird. It trades really weird, really, really weird. I guess another one I could bring up to you guys today was Ford. So Ford, you see how we had that inside bar yesterday? I made about $900 on Ford today. So we had that inside bar, right? And what's the purpose of that? The inside bar, what it really wants to do is it's consolidating, it's killing option premiums, and it wants to either break the low or the high. So what I did today was I got involved right on the open. So this bar, guys, as soon as it started coming down, I started shorting right here. And just knowing that the inside bar wants to make a move, it wants to break the low, right? And we had a beautiful breakdown today on Ford. Very good. And we also had some other entries. So if you missed that one, you have an inside bar right here. You have another Nirvana here, and you have a Ragnarok over here. So Ford was probably the cleanest one today in terms of trading. Very, very clean. Made great money on Ford today. Congrats. Really, really good. Yeah, it was a nice one. Ford was a nice one. Let's look at Oracle. Ford was really clean. Really, really clean. Look at Oracle. Very tight double inside bar. Very good pattern here. So we'll be watching this one tomorrow. Let's see how tight the range is. So this is the range right here. Literally this box. This is the last 2 days of trading. So we're looking to break this box tomorrow. Either to the downside, to the upside, we don't know. But we'll look at the open to see the clues. So this is a really nice one. Looks good. Oracle can fly. It's done that in the past. I've been trading Oracle for a long time. So definitely can fly. Just remember, earnings is around the corner, 17th of March. So that's probably one of the reasons we're starting to get tight in the range. Yeah, I tried Moderna today and I lost on this one. This was one of the ones that just hurt me today. The range has been so tight in the last 3 days. We had a double inside bar. So I actually ended up trying to take Moderna long this morning and I got stopped out on the way down and I didn't play it back to the downside, but I probably could have done that. But yeah, I mean, a lot of sideways chop. Eventually it's going to have to do something. It's not going to stay like that forever. But if you just look at since January, we've been staying in a range. So this could continue a little bit longer, definitely, but eventually we will break out of that range. All right, there we go, guys. I'm going to keep this stream short and sweet. Don't want to go too long. 21 minutes in. I appreciate your time very much. And again, one winner and one loser today on SPY. All my live callouts. If you're interested and you want to trade with me tomorrow, check me out at tradingwars.com, guys. Get any one of my books and you get 1 month for free in the room. You can trade with me tomorrow and learn. That's what it's all about, education. And then eventually do it on your own. You should never rely on anybody to tell you what to do. There's so many ways to make money in the market. The real trick is to have good risk to reward, have good probable setups. And the Fibonacci is one of those that I keep telling you guys. It inherently has a great risk to reward because it's pullbacks instead of breakout buying. Anytime you buy a pullback, you have a better chance of making money because you're not chasing highs or chasing lows. So please do not forget to comment. Give me an update on your 100 trade. I don't know. I keep saying 100 trade challenge. Give me an update. I'm going to end the broadcast here. Where are you? I did my part. I'm at trade. What did I say? 82 or 83. Okay. And I'm almost done. And we started this back in January. So I'm going to let me know how your 100 trade challenge is going. And hopefully we can get maybe some of you guys, we can share your results on stream and share with the community how it's been doing. And I know some people have already reached out to me in Discord. Okay. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Take care.